Hey man, Hebron Ben Bilal coming back at you with another video on this Boomer's Logic. Before we get started, once again, excuse my lighting. It's in the middle of the night now, and I wanted to get this video out because I took me a little nap after taking my granddaughter to the pool. Got back, was a little tired, took a nap. When I woke up, my daughter had sent me a video of these out of control shoplifters up there in California, and I wanted to share it with you. Because that's kind of, the theme of what we've been on, how this society, as a whole just has gone left, especially in our communities. So, before I do that, man, you already know Boomer's Logic. Go to the channel, Hebron Ben Bilal, Boomer's Logic. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like the content, so on and so forth. These incidences are not going to continue to just be isolated to California. And the reason that I say that is because this is a monkey see, monkey do generation to the full extent of whatever that, means. However you want to break it down, and this is this generation, monkey see, monkey do. So these things that you're getting ready to view are not going to be isolated to California forever. But let's watch the video, and like I always say, man, if you got a video you want me to upload, look at, give my take on it, give my 2 cents, tell you how the Hebrews handle it, and then tell you how a boomer see it, send it to me. I'll take a look at it. If I find that it's something that I kind of want to put up, like this, we'll put it up, and we'll get back to it as soon as we watch this video. So let's check it out. What my daughter sent me, and we will critique it afterwards.
Drugs are good. Pieces of shit. Hope you overdose. Pieces of shit.
See, and this is how bad it's gotten with this whole thing. You see, the store clerk was just standing by because the police won't even respond to this type of stuff now because of their inability to act on it. Because if these people were to lash out at them, they are in jeopardy of losing their jobs. I mean, really, honestly, what did y'all? Okay, first off, you allowed a bunch of women to get in the front on this whole campaign about stop the violence, Black Lives Matter, with these irrational request or demands. One of them, defund the police. So at every turn, if the police does something wrong, see, now everything is going silent because for the most part, you don't see Black Lives Matter. They fleeced and they're gone. But for the most part, you don't see these marches and rallies anymore because people are starting to realize and come to the understanding that this message was stupid. The message was stupid in and of itself. Defund the police, the demands and all this goofy stuff was irrational, didn't make sense. Now you don't see as many marches and rallies when you see people getting jacked up, killed by the police, etc., etc. You don't see it as much because of the fact that black lives being taken on a monumental scale by each other has completely and totally surpassed. Completely and totally blocked out, negated these instances where you have the officers getting into these gunfights and killing individuals in whatever situations you want to label it, you know what I'm saying, innocent, whatever you want to call it. These things are overshadowing now because of what you all pushed. Because of what you all pushed. This is what happens when you remove authority. This is what happens. Lawlessness reigns. And we're going to get to this tag that I got up there, that thumbnail. We're going to get to that in just a second. Because most of these are Hebrews that you're dealing with. And whenever there is no rules, where there is no discipline, where there is no order, no structure in place, this is what you can guarantee Hebrews gonna turn to, especially in this generation. I showed you in the last video. When black women are in play and raising these children up, this is what you're going to get. This is why this is a no-no in Israelite communities. This is why the women remain silent, the women stay in their lane. And y'all can sit here and say, oh, he's a misogynist. Look, you can label me whatever you want. But here's the one thing that I can guarantee you that's evident, because you can't prove that I'm a misogynist. I don't hate women. I just understand that they've overstepped their bounds. They're out of pocket. And this is a direct result of this. When you get women out there marching and rallying and ask for goofy stuff like defund the police, why would you ever want that? Now, you might want to say, hey, revamp, you know what I'm saying, implement new things, new policies. And so, but you're talking about defunding. Now you have the police on eggs and shells, walking on pins and needles and eggshells to the point where they don't even want to engage people. Especially in situations like these, they say, hey, man, hands off. I'm not going down there and lose my job. Ultimately, might lose my life. Because if I do something, I engage this person, hey, man, I might end up in front of the Supreme Court next week because I engaged this person. Extreme situations call for extreme measures. And this is extreme. Let's get back to the video. Look at this. It's absolutely disgusting, man.
Well, that looks great.
Look at this. Look at that.
Hold on.
Look at that.
Come on, come here, Zoe. What's up, guys? I want to see how far you guys get.
Now, in this particular place, this Neiman Marcus, I was trying to think of that shop in one of my last videos when I was explaining to y'all about a high-end boutique that had been hit like 2 or 3 times, where they was going in stealing all these high-end products, handbags and stuff like that. And it had gotten so bad, I believed that was shut down. I said, "Lord, we got to close our doors." And it's always the same people. It's always blacks. And in one instance, they had them where you seen the culprits. I think maybe 2 or 3 of them was dudes, and all the rest of them were women, and all of them were black. And this is the issue in our community. It's about our community. Man, listen, I'm not going to say, oh, well, I've seen some look like Middle Easterners and whatever. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us. That's one of y'all problems, man. There's no accountability in y'all communities. Y'all always trying to point the finger and say, well, they doing it too. I don't care about what they're doing. Look at the steady decline in regard to moral ethics, morality, moral fiber, integrity, virtue. We are spiraling out of control. And I'm going to get to, once again, that thumbnail. And just look at this, man. Look at this. Look at home. He got a fight. He know what a fight. Look at this. Look at this. Fight.
We found this guy jumping over the front counter, taking an airbed, and leaving the store on his scooter. No questions asked, no one stopping him.
You have a door for it.
He just came in with a suitcase. That's crazy, dog.
Every day.
They just come in with suitcases?
Yeah.
Look at it.
I don't care.
Look at it. Look at it. Like animals, man. Look at it. Like animals, man.
Call 911.
said this is every day.
That's all. We're close right now. We're close right now.
Okay, so the reason I put so they may hear and fear, because y'all know my favorite scripture in regard to the death penalty, when Yahweh says these things are done or implemented so that the others may hear and fear. They don't have to see. Now, once again, you believe that this is going to continue to remain isolated in California, and it's not, because other people are going to start to see this, and it's going to take root and say, well, hell, we can do it down here. They not, you know what I'm saying? It's going to spread, because at first it was just isolated to San Francisco, and it started spreading all through California. First it was just in San Francisco. All the stuff was going on in San Francisco. How do you think it starts to spread? Because people are watching this, and they're saying, well, hey, man, we can do it too. We don't do it down there, you know what I'm saying, so on and so on, et cetera, et cetera. It's just going to take a while. You know what I'm saying? It might not take that long, because what these youngsters do now, they get on social media, they see this, and they automatically say, well, hell, I can do that too. And this is why that particular thing is so powerful. That particular statement that Yahweh said, so they may hear and fear, because it doesn't take much to get people back in line. It doesn't take much. Because see, this the one thing I know. Extreme situations are call for extreme measures to be taken to nip it in, to stop it. This is what it calls for. It calls for extreme stuff, man. And see, here's the problem. Most of y'all hear ideas, and you're so feminized, and you're so far gone, that you say, oh no, man, that's crazy. That's a crazy idea. Why would he say that? Once again, look to the Hebrew communities. Do you see any Hebrews doing this? You don't. Hebrews don't live the most luxurious lives right now. But they don't resort to this. This is because this is outside of the scope of what we're allowed to do. See, this is okay for them. They won't even engage them, man. It is so out of control. We've lost control in our communities to the point where the young folks don't even respect. I'm talking about they have no respect for authority. None. And here's my thing. They should respect us first as the elders. But once again, there's so much discord in the black community till this is able to go on and you can't say anything about it and so on and so forth. But once again, all you got to do is, if you want to know how to, as black people, how to nip this in the bud, look to the Hebrew Israelite community. Look to them and say, hey man, how do we end this? How do we stop this? And they'll tell you. Hey, first thing, man, you got to get in here to figure out exactly. And first off, I'm not about to get into all this. You gotta look. Getting to understand who Yahweh is in its totality will come. Right now, you all need understanding how to reestablish your communities. This is what you need. How to get your communities back in track and back in order. Look at this, man. Listen, people all around the world are seeing this. This is not just local. People are seeing this everywhere. I hear people who go to Africa say that the indigenous people to that continent, whenever we come over there, and I've said this before, that they believe that we're drug dealers, and the first thing they believe we're drug dealers, we're over there for nefarious reasons. And it's funny to me, because you reap what you sow. If this is what and this is what we put out on a large scale. So don't get angry when people stereotype you. You get angry when people think you're a gangbanger. You get angry when people think you're a drug dealer because you got a lot of money. You get angry when the police want to shake your car down. You get angry. But these are the stereotypes that you convey. You get angry when they think you got a gun. Get your hands up, we're scared. Because this is what y'all doing. This is what the hell y'all doing. It defies logic. But once again, man, for those of y'all, man, who are looking for something better, you want to figure out how to repair your communities, or you just want to get the hell away from this. Because I'm telling you, any of you who have half a brain cell should be wanting to run head first the hell away from this. Because this is taking root. This is what your communities are turning into as a whole. Immoral, sexual immorality is everywhere. And if this is cool with you, that's cool. But it's not cool for everybody. And people need a answer, a solution. There's only 3 solutions I can give you. Get the hell away from it. And once again, I'm promoting that. That's one thing that I'm promoting. Get the hell away from this, man. Give the next generation a full opportunity. I want my granddaughters to have the opportunity. With this going on, all this stuff, they don't have a chance, man. Do you not think that these people are going to come and eventually put a stop to this? And who is that going to affect? Man, that's going to affect my grandbabies I got over here right now. There's no way in hell that I'm going to allow that to happen. That's not going to affect them. How y'all want to live, and y'all want to keep swinging from vines and acting like savages, and think this is clever and cool and cute, y'all can do that. But this is disgusting, man. And for you who sit there and advocate that, man, y'all, and listen, I'm going to be quite frank. All of y'all need to be put in a building and have that junk set on fire, man. Seriously. Seriously. Y'all want to know how to rectify it? Man, start rounding these jokers up, put them in buildings and set them on fire. Because this is a disgusting display. And it's going to get worse. First option, get the hell away from them. Second option, start rounding them up, laying them down. That's your second option. Third option, look to the Hebrews and ask them what they do. But you're not going to do any of it. You're just going to sit and complain and cry. Only reason I do it is so I can point it out and say, hey, man, anybody who's tired of this, man, get on this train, man. We're going to get some land. We're going to get away from here. We're going to start to separate ourselves. We're going to become sovereign. We're going to take care of our own. We're going to start to look out for our future generations because it's not about us anymore. For the most part, boomers, we as a collective have been the ones who led to this. We as a collective have led to this. Our failings have led to this. Period. I can sit here and tell you how good and great my children are because I raised them under an iron fist the same way I was. And that all my children are good. And they are. But at the same time, I'm a part of that generation. I can't separate myself from that generation. I'm a boomer. They're not going to go through and separate all the boomers and say, hey, look, okay, these are the good boomers. No. But I'm going to get off of this thing, man. I'm going to get off of this. This is just, it's beyond, I'm going to be honest with you. It's beyond repair. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to repair this. But if you go to Israelites, they'll tell you, hey, look, man, you want to get your communities back, and this is what you're going to have to do. And it's going to be an extreme solution that they're going to give you. It's like I'm telling you. You will never see this in Israelite communities. You're never going to see this on Israel's farm. Israel's farms ain't going to be nothing like this. And I'm going to start to promote it soon, brothers. So just keep an eye open and an ear open for those videos. They'll start coming soon. But I just wanted to drop this, man. Love my baby for sending it. Once again, if y'all got anything y'all want me to check out, man, and respond to and, give you my 2 cents on, I will. And like I always close this thing, man. Ibrahim Ben Malal getting ready to sign off, man. Giving more wisdom to those wise old boomers who failed the millennial generation. And to you millennials, I say I'm sorry, man, that y'all in this spot. But it comes to our shortcoming as a generation. And sort of holding your hand and leading you in this liberal mindset that, everybody gets a trophy and everybody should feel good, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all have a good rest of your evening. And I will see you on the next one.